Well, 2019 sparked a global movement for people of African descent and marked the year of return, the 400th year anniversary of enslaved Africans' arrival in America.
Yeah, to commemorate the anniversary, about 1 million visitors touched down in Ghana last year for the spiritual journey. Now, since then, about 5,000 African Americans have actually relocated to the country permanently.
Wow.
Now, our guest today, she's one of them. Joining us now is Deja Gordon, a 28-year-old entrepreneur from Brooklyn, New York. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, you gave up a stable job as a U.S. postal worker to relocate to another continent. That's a huge step. What influenced your decision?
I think because at a young age, I've been traveling the world. So it opened my mind and my eyes that there's so much more than just here in America, in Brooklyn and New York City. And also when I think of the concept of a 2 to 4 week vacation, that just didn't sit well with me. So I knew that I wanted more to my life and to prepare a better life for my children. So I took into those things into concept.
What has your experience been like so far?
My first time in Ghana was in 2015, and that time and that experience had basically confirmed to me that this is where I belong. The people are welcoming. It just something that resonates with my soul, being in Africa and in Ghana on the motherland. It just feels like somewhere where I belong, a sense of belonging coming from the States and moving to the motherland is like, we belong somewhere, you know?
And speaking of coming from the States, going to Africa, the perception of Africa is nothing like what you see on TV. We've seen it. Would you say Ghana is like the United States?
No, Ghana is nothing like the United States, but I think that's the beauty of it all. And I hope that Ghana remains to keep its uniqueness. And I don't want it to be nothing like the United States. But it is possible to live there comfortably. And if anyone is considering to relocate or to move, just keep that in mind, to be open to what it is and accept the country for what it is also.
What's it like being in a country where everyone looks like you?
It's the best feeling ever. It's reassuring. Once again, when you know your history as a Black person, as an African American, you know the struggles that we've been through. I just knew that we as a race deserved so much more than how we get treated here in the United States. And to know what we've been through, what our ancestors been through, to know our culture, our history, and we are strong. We're strong people. We're full of strength, and I feel like we deserve better. And living in Africa, I believe that that's what I'm experiencing.
And did you have any misconceptions about going to Ghana? Like whenever you were coming there, were you like, oh, this is going to be a certain way, and you got there, you're like, wait a second, this is not what I expected?
Honestly, I think I expected to be a little bit more aggressive in a sense. And also, you know, once again, what we see on TV is nothing like what I've experienced going there and living there. But I don't know. I kind of had it wrapped in my head that what they show on TV, it's not exactly what it is there. So I wasn't really surprised. I knew Africa, once again, it's called the motherland for a reason. So I imagine it to be nurturing and comforting, reassuring, all those things. So I'm just glad that it is what it is, and people are now seeing it for what it is and returning back home.
All right, so building investment opportunities are attracting more African Americans to go back to the motherland. So when we return, Deja, she'll speak about achieving her lifelong dream of opening her very own restaurant. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Well, we're back with Deja Gordon. So one of the reasons people relocate to Ghana is for the array of business opportunities, and you've achieved your dream of becoming a restaurant owner. Talk more about your business and the meaning behind the name.
Okay, so I actually have a food truck that I built in Ghana from the ground up, literally from scratch. So I take so much pride in saying that I built it in Ghana, handmade by Ghanaians. And the name of the truck is called Deja Vu Jerk Hut. So my name is Deja. Apart from that, deja vu is a sense of feeling that I've already experienced this, like already being here in a sense. So when I landed in Ghana 2015, that's the same exact feeling that I got. And also, apart from that, doing research on Jamaica and Ghana, because I sell Jamaican dishes. Jamaicans originated from Ghana. It's a known fact that majority of Jamaicans originated from Ghana. So my motto is bringing Jamaican flavor back to the motherland. So it's kind of a sense of like we've returned. We were here already, but now we've returned.
That's cool.
Oh, I like that.
So
Thank you.
Has the business been popular? Like, how has that been starting a business in Ghana? Is it easy? Is it hard? Like, tell me about the process.
Well, the process, I would definitely say it's been less. I think it's less challenges that I would face in the States because they're just not as strict. But there are some things that come into play. As far as building my truck, I did have some difficulties, and I think that comes with anything that you try to do, especially when you're an entrepreneur or going to work. You face challenges, but it's nothing that there was no problem bigger than my dream. So it wasn't anything that I saw that would stop me from pursuing my dream of having a Jamaican restaurant or a Jamaican food truck in Ghana.
So you're from New York City. So what about the cost of living in Ghana? Is it better?
Way better. So right now I have a 2-bedroom and a 2.5 bathroom. So each bedroom has its own shower and toilet, and I'm paying about let's round it up to $600 a month. Ooh. And yes, exactly.
That's nice.
That is very nice.
Yes, 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and I have a lot of space. So when you compare it, especially coming from Brooklyn, New York, and I see what the rent is like, I would say it's like 4 times more in Brooklyn for half of what I'm getting.
Oh, I'm sure.
What was your family's response when you told them that you're packing up and moving to Ghana?
So I knew from my first time since 2015 that I wanted to return, and I got a vision so clear, like. To me, when I get those visions, it's like God telling me, this is what you need to do. You follow my lead and I will steer you wrong. So I didn't go to culinary school. I know nothing about the restaurant business. And that's why I felt like so strongly to follow this dream or this vision. And so when I went the first time and I returned back home, I told my family, I'm moving, I'm going to Africa, I'm moving. I had it set in my mind that this is what I was going to do. Some of my family members were against it, and then some of them just didn't really pay me any mind. My grandfather, who he owned a bakery in Florida, and he's actually Jamaican. He said, "No, how are you going to have a restaurant in Ghana? No, that can't happen." And then now he came to Ghana for an entire month. He's on board. He loves Ghana. My entire family came, except for my dad. He's coming next time. But everybody loves Ghana now, and I'm glad that I was able to bring that opportunity to not just me, but my family and my friends as well.
And what advice would you give another Black woman, even a Black man wanting to relocate to Ghana, but they're kind of scared? What would you tell them?
Throw that fear out the window and do it. I think once you take fear out of it, and that's what I prepared myself to do before my move, I would say to go and visit Ghana first so that you can have an idea of, your expenses, what you're looking forward to doing, and kind of prepare better, because it's easier to prepare while you're there than abroad. I would say follow your gut and trust your process. Take it one step at a time. And if I can do it and I have no family members in Ghana, then you can do it as well.
I love hearing your story. It makes the dream more attainable.
It really does, because when you hear that story, because a lot of people are like, how do I pave this path for myself?
Exactly.
But I just think that's great that you took that leap of faith and you're thriving.
Yeah, I would just say take it one step at a time. Like I said, my dream started from 2015 and I made my move October 2019. And, sometimes we feel like we have to, I have to do this now. I have to do this now. No, start with the smallest step first and then before you know it, you have taken a huge leap. So just start somewhere.
Have you been blogging about your experience, like a social media that we can connect people with you in case they want to actually relocate to Ghana themselves?
Yes, I actually have been vlogging on my YouTube channel from the beginning to the end. I share my process of building the truck. It's called Deja's Views on YouTube, which is DEIJHA' Views, VIEWS. And then on my Instagram, I answer everyone's questions just because I want everyone to succeed and want to help people along their journey of relocating. And my Instagram is also Deja's Views on Instagram. So that's DEIJHASVIEWS.
All right, thank you so much for telling your story.
Yes.
I'm inspired, sis.
I am too.
I'm about to go to London and find my pets.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course.
All right, well, still to come here on Being a Woman, Quarantine Bae, getting on your last nerve. Well, we'll have a few tips to give you some space while keeping your relationship in place. Stay with us.
Thank you, Deja.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Come back to Ghana.
We'll book a trip as soon as we get over the
Seriously,
coronavirus situation.
We can get over all this stuff.
Okay. Hope to see you there.